So, it's Wednesday, and I just got home a little bit ago. I had gone to Ashland yesterday, and I had actually ended up being dinner with my friend Snoot, and we went to that Italian place over there by 13th Street. And I think I had eaten there maybe one time. One time I was teaching EMT classes, and I think a bunch of us went there for lunch, and they hadn't been open very long. And I couldn't, it wasn't that memorable, I guess, so I didn't remember it. But now last night, it was good. It was good. I think I was just so hungry where I haven't been eating. And, but I ate a lot. And, I guess with all the talking, because we pretty much rattled on the entire time, I can't really even, it was good, but I can't really remember specifically how good. I don't know if it was just a combination of the fact that I was hungry or what, but it was, I would recommend it. Um, then I went to my cousin's house and hung out with her. Why can't they just, and I know they make them gummy vitamins, but they don't work, so let's not even get started on that. That's just candy. I'm convinced. That's just candy. That's not really a vitamin. Uh, so I went to my cousin's. I know my hair's sticking straight up. I just literally just walked in the door, and I slept on her sofa last night. So it's a little, I don't care. I just don't care. But we laughed and giggled, and we run over to the grocery store, to the Piggly Wiggly, where I got some coffee ice cream. And it was kind of delicious, I'm not going to lie to you. So this morning I wanted to see Papa, so I run by to see him. And yeah, he was gone. He was gone. So I went over to the dollar store because that man loves. Him and my mother both, just dollar store fanatics. And he wasn't there. So I guess I could have called him, but if he's out driving somewhere, I'm not going to try to call him and have him try to answer the phone while he's behind the wheel of the vehicle. So drove up by Jack's, and yeah, somebody I just now read, they said it was they're turning it into some big gas station, food loft. I hate change. Then I stopped at the Piggly Wiggly on the way home. I had gone to B-Dubs the other day, me and Weeze did, and I made this little video talking about how I couldn't believe how expensive they had gotten, like crazy expensive. Like it was $7 or $8 for these 5 little, just shitty little wings. And I got the garlic parmesan, and it was just, it wasn't that it was horrible, but it was that they were too, there was just too much sauce on them. For what they were charging. So, honey, I stopped at the Piggly Wiggly, and I got me 2 packs of, and this Piggly Wiggly up here, it's kind of hit or miss sometimes if they're going to have everything that you actually need. I was looking for like a bag of frozen ones, but I ended up finding fresh ones, the drumettes, which is the best part anyway. Like nobody likes them little wingy little, I don't know. You like the little drumstick looking thing. So I got 2 packs of that. I think it was like $9. So much better deal. So I brought them home, and I put some olive oil and some garlic powder and some curry powder and some black pepper, and I tossed that all around, and I put it on a cookie sheet. But actually, okay, so I needed a new like cookie sheet because my other one was all ugh, so I threw it away. And so I bought a cookie sheet and a cooling rack, and they were like $9 and something each. Well, when I paid for my groceries and stuff, I didn't think much about it, but I got home and I got to looking at my receipt to make sure I had all my stuff, and it said graham cracker something or other. And I was like, I didn't buy no graham crackers. And it was only like $1.59. She only charged me $1.59 for that cookie sheet, and that cookie sheet was actually $9.59 or 9 something. I felt bad. I felt like maybe I should go back and tell her, but I'm tired. I'm tired. I may stop on my way back through and be like, you can undercharge me for that. But she might have rang it. I mean, she rang it up. I mean, type, um, she didn't type anything in. I mean, she just, did the little, and it rang up as a graham cracker. So if you really are in bad need of cookie sheets, go to Piggly Wiggly, and you can get them for like a buck. You can get them cheaper than you can get a foil one. Crazy. But I did find some. I had another hankering for coffee ice cream, and I left my coffee ice cream at my cousin's in the hot caramel. And but I was like, it wouldn't be so bad. So I did find coffee ice cream at this Piggly Wiggly, which really shocked me to death. I didn't think I would find it. I was like, I'm not gonna find that here, but I did, and it was fabulous. So I have that for when I get home on Saturday. So today I feel kind of I'm tired. I think a lot of it is that I feel very tired. I'm very exhausted. I'm sitting here looking at the clock thinking if I can afford a nap. I don't know. Maybe I should make myself. Usually if I go to work tired, I end up having to go to Lexington or someplace crazy, so it might not be a bad idea. I love candy cane flavored chapstick. It's so refreshing. It's like eating a York peppermint patty. Fielding sensation. Anyway, yeah, maybe I should take a nap. But it was good to talk to my friend yesterday, and I think that the crazy thing is for me, I never realized that people are paying attention. I mean, I get online and I post stuff and I make these videos, and a lot of times and I've said this before, these videos are kind of like my diary. It's kind of like just me sitting and writing the thoughts that are in my head. It helps me. I do have the attention deficit disorder, and the best way I can describe that for anybody who doesn't have it or doesn't know someone who has it, there was a commercial a few years ago that described it perfectly, and it was a lady sitting at a meeting with all these other people, but it would flash this TV screen, and the channel was constantly changing, just constant changing of the channels, and then somebody would say something to her, and she'd be like, what? And that's kind of how the brain of someone with attention deficit disorder works, is for every one thought you have, I've got 70. And sometimes I try to get them all out at one time, and it's very confusing, and that's why when I tell a story, I'm constantly shifting gears, and I never stay on topic, and I'll be in the middle of a sentence and then go off on a completely different tangent. I don't mean to do it, but it's very quick the way I do things and the way I process things. And so when I post all this stuff online, I'm just doing it, and I rarely stop and think of the impact it may have on someone else or how much attention someone else may be paying. And I was absolutely beside myself, astounded last night with my friend Missy Smoot. I just love her last name, Smoot. If you ever get married again, it doesn't matter who you get married to, you're always going to be Smoot to me. So you just need to go ahead and I've got a lot of friends like that. They've gotten married, but and it's not no disrespect to the person that they marry. I just love their last name. So, like my friend Kelly Kimmel, she's married, but she's Kimmel to me. My friend Catherine Lewis, she's married, but she's still Lewis. So it's it's no disrespect to your significant other, but if I like your last name, that's what I'm gonna call you. I don't give a shit if you get married. Uh, where was I? Oh, but this conversation that she and I had last night, because I needed to get some things off my chest, and I don't know, old girl just blew me away with the attention that she pays to stuff, and I, I, have you ever crossed paths with somebody who like just gets you? And it's not even. And I think what's even more crazy is the fact that she's not. I've not known her for a bajillion years. We didn't go to school together, work together. We met on Facebook through, I think, another friend. Last night, yesterday was the first time ever we'd seen each other in person, but yet here's this woman sitting in front of me who has me pegged to the T. Just, she has me pegged. And the things that she's saying to me, I'm just sitting here like, and everything she was saying was right. I couldn't argue with her. I couldn't dispute it. But she pays attention. And I loved that. And I loved what she had to say, and I loved her thoughts. And I walked away feeling better. I walked away feeling sort of affirmed, it was like a benchmark or an affirmation that I desperately needed. So thank you, Snoot, for that. And then of course hanging out with my cousin, we giggle at woman. We're just like a couple little kids. We've always been that way. We have always been like children when we get together. And I suspect we'll be that way when we're old ladies. We'll just giggle over stupid shit. And like she pulled out them forks and spoons. And I've told y'all before, I don't laugh out loud, genuinely. Like hearty, har laugh. I don't do that. And for one reason, when she pulled them gigantic cartoon boxes of spoons and forks out, it just tickled me. I couldn't help it, and I cackled. It was so funny. You know, when you go through a breakup, you have so many different feelings rolling around in your head, and you know, I don't know about the rest of y'all. Some of y'all might have great restraint and be able to do and this strong resolve and yada yada yada. I don't always. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I really really don't. And you know how you get that urge to pick up the phone and call somebody and you know, phone a friend. And you know you shouldn't, but the want to is there. And I've been dealing with that, but then my pride kicks in. You know, and I've said before, I may not have a whole lot. I may not, but I do have my pride. I do have my dignity, and I'm not one of these people. I'm not one of these women who, in the face of a breakup, will call and cry and piss and moan and carry on. I just won't. And I guess maybe it depends on how the relationship ends. You know, like who ended it and who wanted it. I think sometimes that determines how you're left feeling. But that's the great thing about this age that we live in, is that we have the YouTube videos. Used to, before all this, I would write letters to the person, to the individual, and most often I would burn it. You know, it was just a way of getting my thoughts out. You know, because I think sometimes when we carry these things around with us, when we carry these thoughts around with us, I think it just eats at us, and it's just not healthy and it's not good. So I have been making videos for this person, and I'm not going to send them. It's not that I'm going to send them. It's just that there's things I still have to say, but there's no point in saying them. You see what I'm getting at? I think sometimes when you leave a situation, everything that needed to be said has been said, and anything else is redundant. I think anything else is overkill, you know. But you are going to be left with thoughts. You're going to have all these residual things in your head. Well, I should have said, or why didn't I? But there's no point in saying them. What's done is done. But to get those thoughts out, I think it's very cathartic to find a release for them. And you know, like I said, some people will, and I have in the past, will write them down, burn them. Some people will write them down and bury them. I ain't trying to get out in the yard and dig no holes. That's too much work. So I just make videos. And I'm sure that the time will come when I just delete them and go on. But it's just, I'm thankful to be living in a day and age where I can do that. So Oh, and something else, and this is probably the last thing before I go. So after I made my video yesterday about the whole Caitlyn Jenner thing, last night I noticed all these people posting pictures of soldiers and all this other hoopla talking about, well, this is what a real hero looks like slamming the whole Caitlyn Jenner thing. Okay, let's be clear, okay? We know that the soldiers are brave. We know that there are soldiers that have had their legs blown off and their arms blown off, and I, in no way, shape, form, or fashion, would ever try to say that they are not brave men and women. There's a lot of brave men and women. There's soldiers, there's police officers, there's firefighters, there's EMS workers, there's teachers are brave. I mean, hell, the way kids are shooting schools up, you're brave if you go into a damn classroom. Um, People are brave every day, and I think that to discount one person's bravery in favor of another person's, or to try to belittle somebody and say, okay, well, this is what really bravery looks like, that gets on my damn nerves. And if you don't like the fact that I said that, honey, go take you a long walk off a short pier, because it's my opinion. I just think that's rude. And people did that shit when Whitney Houston died, and that absolutely, I deleted people behind that shit. When Whitney Houston died and people started posting pictures of these war heroes who had died and basically said that their life was worth more than hers and that she was a piece of shit and that why aren't they honoring this soldier that got killed? Um, every life is valuable, people, and bravery comes in all shapes, forms, sizes, and everything else. And because people are talking right now about the fact that Caitlyn Jenner is brave, nobody's saying that soldiers aren't brave. Nobody's saying that soldiers don't deserve recognition. No one's saying that at all. And if you want to post, but here's the thing, and here's what kills my soul. Prior to this whole Caitlyn Jenner, how many of you that are posting those kind of bullshit memes, how many of you have posted pictures of war heroes with their legs and arms blown off talking about bravery? You never see any of these pictures until some shit like this comes out, and then everybody and their brother, honey, they on the Google type in brave war heroes so that they can pull up their little picture and post on their wall and try to make themselves act all superior. Shove that in your ass, because it's just plain annoying. It annoys me to death. Sorry. But it does. I mean, if you're not about the whole Caitlyn Jenner thing and you think it's bullshit, like I said, go to the Facebook, put Social Fixer on your Facebook, and then set your filter where you never have to see nothing else. And then don't be looking at no Yahoo News or no Google News or no CNN News. Just stay away from the news times until it blows over, and then you can go back to doing whatever. But my God, just live and let live, people. Just I'm gonna take my chicken wings out of the oven, and then I'm gonna take me a shower. And I might try to take me a nap because I am tired. Tired is what I am. So y'all behave, be kind to one another, love one another, and be nice, bitches.